throwing a Ned rig this morning. It's Crush City Ned BLT. It's a Bama Crawl color. A little brighter than what I wanted, but the sun is wanting so badly to come out. So we're hoping we'll get her and get a bite. I mean, we'll give her a go. But hey, if you're new to the channel, hey, subscribe. I really appreciate it. It costs you absolutely nothing. It helps me out. Help me grow this little bit of a fishing channel I've got going here. But yeah, we're literally just throwing a Ned rig out here. The temperature is, I think, 56 right now. We got high winds, unfortunately. It's like I said a minute ago, that's the reason I couldn't bring the boat. And I'll go ahead and show y'all what I'm throwing. We're just throwing the Crush City Ned BLT. It's in a Bama Crawl color. Like I said, the bright orange I'm not really sure about right now, but with the sun trying to come through, I mean, it should about glow. And instead, as you can see what I've done here, instead of just throwing actual regular Ned rig head, it keeps getting hung in the grass when I do that. So I've just put me a bullet weight on here. Get the same effect, but that bullet weight will pull through all this grass you see here toward the jig head on that Ned rig will not. And what I've got up here is about where I've hit. That's where the deeper water starts kind of shallowing off. And we're just trying to catch these bass coming up here, starting that whole pre-spawn feed. And yeah, hopefully we'll catch us a few this morning. Yeah, you know, I mean, they've been biting. They're just, their time frame is crazy. I mean, my car insurance. Something hopefully come by and pick it up. Hopefully my service is good enough for a live stream. Probably not. I really wanted to bring the boat this morning, but like I said, with this wind, I mean, you can see how it's ripping through. Back up in there is where I like to fish with the boat, but that wind is just ripping through there. I mean, with a John boat, it wouldn't be worth the hassle because you couldn't keep it still for you couldn't keep it still at all, actually. So, long story short. All right, I have been seeing a little bit of movement out there. We're going to go up, got this little log right here. We're going to try to cast up past it. Now we'll let her sit there for a second. Been trying out this new Spider Wire Easy Braid. I'm not real big on it. I'm having to keep my brake pressure up way too high. And this is a DC reel too, so I mean, come on. I don't know, it's a very strange line. It's a tough line though, I'll give it that. All right, hopefully we'll get on the bite here soon. I did bring some Yamamoto Ned rigs that are far better color than electric shad, which, you know, it surprised me last time I was down here. I was throwing those and never got a bite, and throw on one of these Crush City Ned BLTs and, you know, caught a fish within 2 or 3 casts. So we might start with that today. It is awful overcast for such a bright color, though. It really is. And for our combo, we're just using a loose speed stick pole with a Shimano SLX DC reel. Like I said, we'll throw this a few times, and then we'll switch off to Yamamoto after that. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the camera still, but kind of hard when it's a chest mount. Yeah, but if you're new to the channel, give us a like, subscribe if you would. See, I think it's a little after 8. It is, sorry. It's 8:26, so they started biting somewhat about this time last time, I do believe. We can also try throwing it or casting this with a slow retrieve. That'll sometimes work with a Ned rig. I really prefer the whole bouncing method though. When they're in the early pre-spawn feeding like they are now, they're real picky eaters. Oh, hang on, we got some. What are you doing? How are you catching fish? Hello. And hey, everybody. Well, we're not catching them right now. We're trying throwing a Ned rig. That's what's been working for us thus far, though. All right, we'll try one more cast. If I don't get something going on, we'll go ahead and switch over to Yamamoto, that electric shad color. I actually prefer that color. All right, we're right here, and we got this little like stick or something popping up right there, so we're over next to that right now. See if maybe they're hitting something hiding out by it. There's way better areas to fish in this lake, but like I said, with the wind, my John boat just ain't gonna do it. On the days I'm at work, though, it's absolutely beautiful. Go figure, right? I can feel that we're dragging through a bunch of stuff over right now. I would assume it's all this grass like you see floating right here. But they do come up in here and feed. They really do. Pretty much all this stuff is currently dead, all this grass. So, hello to everybody that said hi on here. The way I've got my camera mounted to my chest, I really can't see. We might have to switch up color now. And we'll fish the living crap out of this little area here. We might get something to take it. We may not. Here, I'm going to try to just slow a little. Felt a bump that time. Of course, the bluegill where this Bama crawl color, the bluegill where it's a brighter color, they'll come up and try to slap at it. Now, we'll probably switch color after this cast if we don't get a little bit of a bite or something. Because literally a lot of times, that's all it takes, just change the color to make your day or break your day. So I'm fair with that sun. Well, that sun was trying to come through these clouds, but it's not now, so we're officially overcast now. So this color might be a bit bright. Let dead stick right there for a second. I'm really sorry if the video is crappy because I just realized I'm only getting 1 bar of service, so. At least it's not really, really cold like it has been, though. I'll take it. Well, as always, the geese and ducks are extremely active this morning, huh? As long as they stay over and leave me alone, we're good. Right. What are you doing there? Trying to catch a fish. How about you? Just throwing, like I said, this right here is the Crush City Ned BLT, but we're getting ready to switch it up just because I thought we was going to have a little bit of sun down here this morning, but we do not. This is what we've been using. So I'm going to pop this sucker off. If you haven't tried these, they're really good. They're like an Elastec, like the Z-Man. So, I mean, they're durable. We're going to go ahead and throw on the, let me get this off. We'll throw on this Yamamoto Ned rig, or Ned bait, sorry. Let me throw these back in there. And I've always loved Googan, and I still do, but Crush Cities makes some good baits. All right, we're switching over now to the Yamamoto 3-inch Ned Senko floater. It's an electric shag color. And these things are an awesome color. They really are. If I can get one out here. Here we go. As you can see, it's got some awesome colors to it. Love it, bluish purple, metal flake, glitter, whatever you want to call it. And what we're just going to take, like I said, I'm just hooking this up like a Texas rig. It helps me get through the all this dead grass you see here. All right, pop. Just like so. Slap it up. Remember, hide that hook eye. Come down here and find where it needs to be, just like a regular Texas rig, and away you go. Just try not to hook your glove, you know. And that's all we're throwing right there. Got I think it's we're throwing an 1/8 ounce weight today. Was using a 16th ounce. Wow. Well, I will say right off the bat, of course, that Senko is a whole lot heavier. Of course, that's cool. I'll take the extra casting ability. Why not? Are you catching fish? I'm trying to. No luck yet. Here it is dark. I have to go to school. Well, you have a good day today. Try to learn something that'll help you in the future. Remember, always try to do what you want to do in life. Because if you work a job you like, you never work a day in your life. Work a job you hate, every day's a struggle. All right, we'll just let that get down on the bottom there really good. Remember, if you're watching, make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you would. The videos will get better as the year gets better, or the spring goes farther. You know, we get to where it ain't windy as crap all the time or raining or both, and we'll be out here with the boat, and that's when we really wear it out in this small lake. All right, we'll give her 3 or 4 little bumps. Reel down our slack, just let her set. Like I said, normally it's about 6 seconds or so. We'll bump her again. Reel down our slack, let her set. Oh, here comes the rain, great. Well, maybe to help the bite. Just a sprinkle like this, I'm down with. You can also cheat and throw rattles in these things. I do on occasion. Rain's getting heavier. That ain't good. Don't mind getting wet when I'm catching fish. Let's see. Come on now. And like as this month progresses and into April, I'm telling you folks, if you ain't used these Ned rigs, I mean, you've got to get out there and do it. This is a really good bait lure, whatever you want to call it, for somebody starting out too, because there's nothing to it. You literally cast out there, let it sink to the bottom, let it set, 6 to 10 seconds. I mean, whatever. Bump it 5 or 6 times, reel in your slack, let it set again. You can also slow reel them on the bottom. Like I said, we're really, really early in the year, and we're in Kentucky right now. The water's still really chilly. I mean, if you're farther south than us, I mean, it's big time Ned rig season. But, I mean, I was over here catching them in January with Ned rigs. Caught one of the biggest fish I've caught here in a long time. It was about mid-January, I believe it was. All right, now let's start spreading the love, casting a couple other places. I can get some of this grass off. Didn't skin hook it good enough, I don't guess. We'll take care of that right now. Just like so. Now we have no worries. All right, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to us. I really, really appreciate it. Like I said, weather gets warmer, fishing gets better, so thus does the videos. Plus, you can see me spend money on stuff, bring it out here, right, and you need to waste your money on it, right? Because I'm here to tell you, just because something looks like it would catch fish doesn't always mean that it will. Now, where we're fishing out here, I'm guessing, we're 5 to 6 foot of water, and it just, it slopes from nothing here to 5 or 6 foot out to where we're at. Then, as it goes on, 10, 12, blah, blah, blah. All right, we've let that sit. We'll reel in our slack. We'll bump her about 3 or 4 good times. And then we'll let her sit again. I reel in just enough slack after I bump it. So if I can see them take off with it, but I also ain't got to reel in a ton of slack before I set the hook. Now, if you're somewhere that don't have as much grass as this, I mean, you can use a regular Ned rig jig head, and you have an exposed hook, and then and it's not hard to set a hook at all. Now, the way I'm doing it, I've got rigged up Texas rig, so I can fish it weedless and all this junk. I got to actually set the hook on these. There we go. Just pulled it over a bunch of grass. And And like I said, like, share, and mainly subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing, helps me out tremendously. Here in a few, we may walk over the bridge over there and see if we can't maybe get a bite over there in that area. But I normally do pretty good right here. Gotta seize the day, though. That area over there at that dam, well, I mean, the bottom's just like the dam. It slopes really fast. Then we have another dam on around the corner over here, which is the main dam. Well, this is a dam that they've cut a gap out of to connect two lakes to make one. The old lake over there is the old lake over on the other side of that dam's always in years past been really good fishing. But there is so much junk right up in here, you can't hardly cast without losing whatever you're using constantly. All right, so I tell you what, since I've got the chest mount on today and I ain't having to deal with a tripod or nothing, let's walk on around here a little. Whoa. Yeah, that was mud. As you can tell, this is the easiest part of the lake to get to. Why you have so much garbage. Ouch. All right, we're getting around here. Find some more nice and steep to step. Oh, we got a good falling off part. Point, whatever. All right, let's try it right here. Good a spot as any. We'll have more wind here, but it'll be all right. Yeah, make sure you subscribe. Tell a friend about us. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe. And it helps me out tremendously. All right. We're definitely a bunch of grass right there. I may have to reel it in. Yeah, I'm going to reel it in, clean it off. Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with here, is this junk. But hey, that's where the fish are at, so we'll keep casting in it, right? All right, if you're new to us here, like, share, and subscribe if you would, please. Mainly subscribe. Need all the subscribers we can get. There's a little more sunlight. And like I said, if nothing else, you can see what I come out here and use, and if it sucks, you know not to go buy it, right? All right. A little bit of sunlight ain't gonna do nothing but help us, I don't think. Like I said, we're here a little bit early. Like I said, I've been catching them, 9:30, 10, somewhere in there. But I figure I get an early jump on it today, because they're giving rain at 10 o'clock, provided it happens or not. Hopefully the weatherman's wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. All right. Hoping I'm wrong, but I think we're in a bunch of grass again. Let me give it a quick jerk, try to get some of that junk off there, hopefully. Oh yeah, I think we cleared her that time. All right, now we're just waiting on the fish to cooperate, throwing this Ned rig. Like I said, it's been dynamite thus far. It's still early. what's that old saying? A bad day fishing's better than a good day at work. Only thing I'm worried about hurting us is this wind. Like I said, that's what stopped me from bringing the boat today. I want to go over and try out this fishing on the stem over where Swinging Bridge is, but as you can see, the wind, it's ripping through there. But we could probably go over and fish on this side of that dam. And then there's another dam on around the corner over, but I know it's getting hammered with wind. Like I said, I'm just wanting to really just fan cast this whole area here. And we just got to catch them in transit from the deep water. All right, so we'll just fling it over here. We know we got tons of grass over here. This grass over here, there's a lot of it, but it's pretty flat. And I guess where this gets more wind and stuff, the water gets churned far more. So therefore, you know, that's probably why the grass isn't just flat as a board like it is over here. But yeah, you just got here throwing these Ned rigs like that. They'll bite. You got to give them time, you know, most of the time, but they will bite. You'll catch them on Ned rig when you can't catch them on nothing else, that's for sure. All right, we're in a little bit deeper water there. All right, I'm not feeling the grass like I was. So I think, provided we're catching some fish moving in and out of this area right here, then we should be in pretty good shape. I'm try to throw my other glove on. It's not real bad cold out here, but it's chilly. All right. Against better judgment, I think we're gonna walk around over here and try another location. If I don't wipe out trying to do so. Wouldn't be the first time I fell down here though. This is me versus the hill, y'all. Oh, yeah, okay. We're back up the hill. All right, let's see where we want to go. I think we're going to go over the bridge. Maybe in doing so, we'll get a little better service too, right? We're hoping. There's the ever faithful Honda Japamino, or the Fishing with Sticks mobile, whatever you want to call it. Let's make sure I lock that thing. All right. Like I said, it may not do any good over here. You never know. Boy, I can hear the wind ripping over here, though. All right. Yeah, we got some wind over here, boys. Yeah, buddy, it's real windy. I do like this old bridge, though. It's pretty cool. Wind is terrible, but yeah, over here is where I normally do my best fishing. But like I said, we couldn't bring the boat today. There's a flat spot for us to stand on. All right. So we've officially changed locations. And this looks better than over there, so that's going. All right. Now, like I said, where we got deeper water, we'll have to let her set a little longer to sit, but we'll see if we can't catch fish. But like I said, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It costs you nothing, helps me out, makes you feel better too. All right, we're throwing this electric shad Yamamoto Ned rig. We're gonna see if there's any fish hiding out over here in this corner. Like I said, we literally just got done fishing. Over there is where we was at in that corner. Just somewhere out of the wind is all I was trying to do. Plus we had shallower water over there. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really fishing much over here because normally the second I get in here, I'm heading up towards the old lake, which is on the other side of this dam right here. And that's normally where I do all my best fishing by far, but the wind is absolutely ripping. Like all this you see right here is coming right through up there. So my favorite fishing hole is really getting hammered with the wind right now. But we do have one other spot we could probably make it to and try over there. We'll go to after this. Maybe. Clouds are getting dark on me again. Rain's probably coming back. Like I said, the rain I don't mind. I'm not real big on this wind. All right, I tell you what, folks. Let's see if we can't go through a little walk in the woods here. Oh, like I said, over here is where I love to fish, but as y'all can see, that wind's just hammering me over there. So if you're new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe if you would. Yeah, I mean, we probably got, I don't know, 25, 30 mile an hour winds right there. But I'm thinking there's a little bit neck up in here. If y'all want to hang out with me while we go for a walk through the woods. And I'm not sure the water depth, but we'll be blocked from the wind. We gotta go take us a little nature hike right here real quick. I'm pretty sure it's where this trail goes. It pretty much should just be on the other end of this hill here, hump, whatever you want to call it. We don't fall around and fall in. I'm thinking it'll be a fishable area. I don't run into any bears or anything like that, huh? It's a steep hill. All right. Huh. Never knew that trail was there. I don't know. Well, the water's right there. I just don't know if I can get to it. Wet leaves and steep inclines don't go together. see. Hey. Well, welcome to the backwoods of Kentucky, people. Oh. Boy, we'll try it. That's some deep water, though. Far deeper than what I was looking to fish in. Well, if the moss grows on the north side, then we know which way's north for sure, huh? Now it's raining again. All right, this is fairly deep water, but you know what? Why not? Here, just let me get down to it. At least I ain't got to worry about the snakes this time of year, right? That's some real deep water, actually. All right. Now it's just going to be a matter of, can I get a cast off here? I guess we can. All right, we're in it to win it now, folks.